Yo, what's up, guys? So today I'm going to give you my top 5 science-based movements for quads and legs. Might throw one hamstring movement in there, but the rest of them are going to be for your quads mainly. I'll split it up: 3 quads, 1 hamstring, 1 calf, and that'll be our workout today. 5 different exercises, but all of them is going to be science-based. I'll give you my top 5 science-based leg exercises. So let's get into it. Okay, so for our first movement here, we have a leg extension, and as you can see here, I'm making sure that that seat is moved all the way back so that whenever that I sit on it, I can roll my shoulders and get into a deeper stretch position on the on my hip flexor there, and that will allow the top part of that quad to grow more. And this is considered science-based because you're stretching the quad, and now really stretch isn't it's not really looked at as the greatest thing ever, but I still like it because it feels good, and I'm just a big fan of full range of motion, and the stretch is one way to make sure that you're getting that. But yeah, this is a humbling exercise because you can do leg extension normal, and as you can see there, I'm stretching forward to really push my knees forward and to get that whole quad activated instead of just the front. And this is easier on your knees as well because you're working your hips technically. But yeah, and I'll have a different angle of this as well. As you can see here, I grabbed a different angle on that leg extension, making sure that you guys see just how far out that I really like to put my legs. And yeah, there you can tell, and it's kind of like your back doesn't really touch the seat that much, to be honest. It's just your shoulder blades, but that'll help you to just strictly isolate that quad. And you can also do this on some ab machines as well, and by doing leg raises, it's going to help. You see where that I'm grabbing? That's a big part of where this exercise actually helps grow. But yeah, this is one of my favorite quad builders. This and just normal leg extensions, I think that they're really great. I ended up doing 6 sets of these, I think, this workout. But yeah, they're really great. Really recommend. This is probably my number 1. Alrighty, so here we have a hip abductor machine, or adductor machine. Sorry about that. And I'm placing that block of wood there because I'm actually too tall for the machine, and my knees will bend upwards. So I do that so that I get more of a natural range of motion, and so I don't get hurt, to be honest. But these are a really good leg builder because, you've got to take them really slow to get a lot out of them, because it is really easy to ego lift this exercise, but it's just straight isolation, and that's a big part of science-based lifting, is trying to get isolation and stabilization of a muscle, and this is perfect. This is the best that you can do for hip abductors. Or hip adductors. There's not a better exercise for them, I don't think, anyways. You could squat and do sumo squats, but even then you're hitting the rest of your quad. You're not isolating that true muscle, and it's not really what science-based lifting is about. And speaking of getting isolation and stabilization of a muscle, this machine is really good for that. This is a hamstring curl machine, a uni hamstring curl, meaning that you only do one leg at a time. And as you can see, I'm placing my left knee in that cuff, and then my right one's doing all the work, and that's true isolation and stabilization. There's handles on that pad as well to where you won't slip. But this is a great leg building exercise, and this machine actually feels really good because it stretches all the way at the bottom. I know that's not a big term right now in science-based lifting, but like I said, I like full range of motion, so it does get you that full stretch at the bottom, and you're able to fatigue the muscle better. And if you flex your glute on your way up, you're going to hit that full hamstring every time, and it just feels really good. This is a really great machine and a really good leg builder. Anytime that like I notice that my hamstrings are lacking behind my quads, I can do this for a few sessions, and it really does just bring everything up. Okay, and here I was trying to get a great angle at this because it's very important where that I place my feet here. I'm placing them in the middle of the pad, which is going to stretch that quad more, and you're going to get a better range of motion out of it. You can even lift your heels up a little bit and do it kind of sissy style. Now, if we had a hack squat at this gym, I would have put it here instead. And on the hack squat, what I'd recommend is putting a plate at your heels, standing at that plate, and then doing your reps. Because sometimes your heels can get in the way and your calves can get in the way of your actual workout. But this is a great exercise for quad building, and I really highly recommend it. Okay, and this leads us to our last exercise, which is going to be a calf exercise. And this is my favorite way to do calves, I guess. It takes a minute to set up, but if you already have the leg press set up, then there's really no reason not to. But you can let your heels drop below that plate without worrying, because there's two stoppers on each side. And as you can see, I'm trying to show you guys like how far you can get your calf to actually stretch on this, and it's pretty good. This is with 4 plates, I think, on either side, and it just allows you to pump out some crazy weight. But yeah, that's pretty much the science-based leg exercises that I prefer. Let me know what you guys like in the comments down below. Don't forget to drop a like, hit subscribe, and tune in to all the rest of the videos. See you guys.